Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today for the Virgo May Horoscope. Well, Vivacious Virgos, it's been a little bit quieter in the heavens in the last couple of months, but this month, May, is going to prove to be a much bigger month. Okay, there's so much going on, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview. Firstly, we have Jupiter changing signs from the 5th of the month to the 28th of July, and it's going into Pisces in your 7th house. Now, I'll talk about what that means shortly in depth when we come to your horoscope. Then we have a lunar eclipse on the 26th of the month in Capricorn in your 4th house. So a lot of transformation going on in your home and family, and then it dips over into the 5th house, which is all about your creativity and perhaps romance. I'll talk about that in depth. We have Mercury retrograde on the 31st of the month. That's in Gemini in your 10th house of career. So could be, a few disruptions as far as communications, also misunderstandings. Do be careful. But you might also find that something from the past comes back, and it could be in some way connected with your career. It could be a person that you used to know, or perhaps it was an old lover or something you met at work or through work. There could also be something to do with technology playing up, because certainly Mercury retrograde likes to play havoc with technology. Travel plans can also go astray, okay? Now those dates, 31st of May to the 21st of June is when Mercury is retrograde, but there is a little thing called the shadow period, which happens before Mercury goes retro and after it goes direct again. And during that shadow period, you might also find that things can still go pie-eyed or belly up. So, if you have something really important, it might be good to put it off if you can. If you can't put it off, that's okay, but do realise that under Mercury retrograde, things change when it goes direct again. When planets go direct, things change. So you might have to revisit something if you decide to push ahead anyway while Mercury is retrograde or in the shadow period. The other thing of note is that Pluto went retrograde on the 27th of April. And that's till the 6th of October in Capricorn in your 5th house. Now, this is interesting because Pluto is a planet about birth, death, rebirth. So something might arise to do with your creativity or perhaps romance or the world of the child. It might come back, and with Mercury retrograde liking to bring things back too, it could be an old lover or someone from the past who was very significant to you coming back into your life, okay? And it's like the energy is like a phoenix rising, born again sort of feeling. Or perhaps before you had children, for example, you loved to play piano and then you got too busy once you had children. You might take that up again. Something might happen so that something that was important to you at one stage in your life comes back. Okay, so that's the overview. And I will ask too that if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. I'll just briefly explain. I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month because I find it works in really well with the horoscope. Amazingly well sometimes, it's sort of like a confirmation of the horoscope, or the horoscope confirms the cards, whichever way. So I'll draw those 2 cards, and then we'll have a look at your horoscope in depth, and stick around to the end. I'll do some psychic channeling. Whatever comes through, okay? I've got no sort of predetermined idea what I'm going to talk about. Actually, I just go on what I see. It's like watching a movie when I close my eyes. So I'm very clairvoyant, and there's just all different energies that come in, and it's like I'm in the back of my head and observing what's going on in front of me. Okay, let's go to the board now and pick these two cards I was talking about. That's the first thing. And see how these relate to your horoscope. Okay, so sometimes people think of the first card as the first half of the month and the second card as the second, that one wants to come out, the second half of the month. All right, closing my eyes now for Vivacious Virgo, May 2021. Doors opening in front of me. It's actually a white door. White usually refers to spiritual, the spiritual realm. So there might be some sort of spiritual opportunity for you. I see lots of pearls. Pearls are pearls of wisdom. Maybe, you know, you're going to have some conversations with people and it's going to really spiritually uplift them or help them in some way. Okay, I see lots of beautiful patterns in silver, a very feminine, receptive sort of energy. It's like getting in touch with the divine goddess. Perhaps you can channel this to help somebody else. The card that comes up is the Hierophant. This is a fabulous card and it's about knowledge. But you'll notice here she is seated on 3 books, which is fine. But don't sit on your knowledge. You need to share it. You need to spread it. So you probably have a lot of knowledge, but you may not necessarily be sharing it. That's what this is about, sharing. Now you'll see there's 2 keys here and a key in her hand. And she's dressed all in red. Red is about action. So I think that card there is relating to action today. These 2 keys are knowledge and wisdom. You need the wisdom to know how to best apply your knowledge. Like knowledge for knowledge's sake can do damage. Sometimes people feel, threatened, or they're not comfortable if you know a lot of things, especially if you're a woman. You know, it still is the case that women aren't supposed to be smart. Yeah. This is just double standard, of course. It's very sexist type of old-fashioned idea that, you know, women are supposed to be in the kitchen. You know, I'm the worst cook there is. You don't want me in the kitchen, believe me. But there still is a little bit of this thing about, women not being intelligent. And so if you're going to share your knowledge, share it in an appropriate way and in a wise way, okay? But, yeah, do it, okay? Second card of the reading today for Vivacious Virgos. Let's see. I'm going to go with that one. Lots of green around that. I've been getting a lot of green this month, and the second colour that's been coming a lot is purple, green and purple, which is why I've put green down actually. It's growth, and particularly about your finances, your money, your earthly possessions. And the physical side of life. What else do I see? I also see yellow, like gold yellow, and that's the solar plexus. That's achievement, success, being goal oriented, like getting a plan and really going for it. Okay, so we've got the green and the yellow in this card. And Queen of Wands, this is a woman who is very, very motivated. But she doesn't just get motivated, she actually takes action. And you'll see she's got the gold band around her waist there, solar plexus, okay? These sunflowers are reminiscent of the sun. That's insight, awareness, even happiness. You know, when you do something and it turns out, you get sort of like a boost of energy. And that accomplishment is really, really positive. But the lovely thing about this queen too is not only is she smart and she does stuff, she's also very intuitive and she listens to her instincts. Look at this Bengal cat down the bottom here, or a wild cat. I'm probably biased because I've got 2 brown Bengals. But yeah, he is at her feet. Her instincts are there. So she's got good instincts. She carries them out on a physical plane as well, because she's seated on a wooden throne here. So it's not just all about feeling lovely feelings and talking about it. It's about doing it. Okay, so I love that card. It is fabulous. All right, so there are your two cards. Now, let's just make that board a little bit bigger so that you can see it. And do bear those in mind. Alrighty, we come to your horoscope in depth. Okay, so just briefly, a lot of motivation for connections, groups and friends here in your 11th house. Mars is there, motivating. New beginnings in your career. There's a skinny 10th house there, which was all activities going on under the sun in that skinny 10th house. You'll find that there will be some major transformation to do with a career, or perhaps your social status or your reputation in society. And also there's some transformation going on here in your home and family, or perhaps with your creativity or romance. But let's get on. And so we have Mars conjuncting Mars at the beginning of the month, 30th of April to the 3rd of May. You may have a strong desire to take the initiative and strike out on your own, especially as your physical energy, willpower and courage are intensified. Channel your abundant energy into decisive activity or work. You can get a lot done with Mars here, and with Mars in your 11th, your friends may help you, or your connections may help you. You could be feeling better than usual. Take care with the feelings of other people though, because they may not have the same amount of energy as you. So 3rd of May to the 12th of July, Mercury in your 10th house there helps you with career planning and manifestation, to go into a job that really fulfills you and makes your heart sing. Think about how to make this real in your life and in your career. Communication should be fruitful now. Talk to other people who can help you. Social media, general communications, and there's lots of activity around your reputation. This is likely. 8th of May to the 2nd of June, Venus in your 10th house there. Your career and social standing are favoured. There may be some very friendly contacts at work that help you here. You could make a good friend or meet someone beautiful through work. It's time to enhance your public standing and create public goodwill. Your social standing and reputation improve. Okay, people come to think more positively about you. 9th of May to the 13th of May, Mars sextiles Uranus. This is likely to lead to sort of physical thrills and excitement, and they have strong appeal to you. Maybe you want to go and hang out at a carnival, or go on one of those big rides or something. You may want to do something out of the ordinary. You have more energy than usual, and you also have quick reflexes to boot. Sports and action are the go. You may be acting on impulse and crazy desires, but this just might work for you now. Okay, don't go overboard, of course. May 11th is the new moon, and this is in your 10th house here. So it was in the 9th, goes into the 10th on that day. And this brings new beginnings in your house of life, mission and vocation. Your reputation and social status may feature more strongly now. Whatever you do tends to be more open and more public than usual. The world sees more of your personal life, whether you want them to or not. Yeah, so just bear that in mind. It's not a negative, it's just, don't overshare on social media. Jupiter in your 7th house from the 6th of May to the 28th of July. This brings harmony and blessings in your marriage or in important partnerships. It's quite likely. Maybe you feel more patient and tolerant than usual. Expanding your important relationships by deepening them could be very important long term. Okay. Then we have 1st of May to the 6th of June, Uranus conjuncting the Sun, which is fabulous because it's going to give you a desire for freedom, independence, and individuality. It's time to break free of tedium and boredom, too much of that in the world, I'm afraid. Bring some excitement into your life, and you can do this by breaking old belief patterns. But do be careful when you're breaking things, okay? It's appropriate to break things from the past, but yeah, if other people are involved, you want to do it in a careful, considerate way. This influence indicates that your patience is probably wearing thin in a number of areas, so substantial change is needed. You need to take action. You may have, the thoughts of leaving a job or a relationship, and you could relocate or look more for freedom than usual. You're likely to be more daring and bold, and you might find that a young, free-spirited energy comes up, and you've got to give it room to move and to breathe. Otherwise, your physical body could pay the price of holding on to the past. So, there's no need to do that. You can let the past go and embrace the future. 20th of May to the 21st of June, the Sun is in your 10th house here. This brings insight, awareness and happiness around your career, reputation, and also in your community. They become more important than usual, and you can make significant gains in your life. Recognition and approval comes due to your accomplishments. It's also an excellent time to ask for a promotion or go after a new job. Ask authority figures for assistance. They will probably oblige you now. 5th of the month to the 28th of July, Jupiter. That's wrong. Wrote the wrong thing. Full moon is in your 4th house on the 26th of the month here, and then on the 28th, when it's just coming off its fullness, it goes into the 5th house, which is all about your creativity. So you might get a boost and do something different and creative and arty here, or perhaps there's something about a romance. But in your 4th house, it's more about comfort and security at home or with your family. Matters with your family are emphasised, especially concerning female relatives. There's transformation around your home or around your family. That's quite likely. And then we have 26th of May to the 30th of May, Mars sextiling Venus. So with this, it's quite a lovely energy. Friendships and love relationships are favoured, as you're more likely to be warm, affectionate and open-minded now. You want to express these feelings most likely, and this is great for your relationships generally. You may meet someone special now, which could work out very positively. Okay, so that's a great one. And finally, this last one I've been talking about for months, which is Uranus square Saturn, like certainly one of the biggest aspects of the year, 19th of May through to the 20th of June. Now, it can be difficult because these planets both have different agendas. I mean, all the planets are powerful, but these two together, they're having a ding-dong, making a hard aspect, because it's a square. Uranus is all about volatility, being unpredictable, embracing the future, pivoting, changing. It doesn't really sort of like to hold on to the past. It's like lightning, it's quick and it's powerful. Whereas Saturn is conservative, traditional. It likes structure, order. It doesn't like the chaos of Uranus. And so things can run their own course. You may have a plan to do something, but Uranus steps in and then they do what they want to do, not what you want them to do. Also, it's very easy for your life to become quickly disorganised, so you have to work to stay on top of everything. But what you can do with this is you can experiment a little bit and give this energy a bit of a vent by doing different things, going to different places, eat different things, buy some different clothes. So it's all about getting new experiences under your belt. It's not the best time to be steadfastly disciplined, so if you're on a diet, have fun. But it is a great time to embrace the future by trying new things. If you are on a diet, eat different foods and, maybe eat some seaweed or something, something unusual that's healthy. And you can still appreciate the safety of tradition, old habits and belief systems whilst adding more inspiration and flexibility into your life. It's good to be more innovative and a bit unpredictable. Okay, so that's your horoscope, and it is exciting. Uranus brings excitement. So sometimes Saturn can be rather dour and old-fashioned and sort of jaded. So it's good to let some things come in, some new energies into your life. Okay, I'm just going to close my eyes now for you, Vivacious Virgos, and see what I can see for the month of May 2021. Yeah, so here's the car again. The car keeps coming up. This is a really old-fashioned car. It's like a Holden FX, which is the early 1960s, and it's a grey. All right, excellent. It's a grey one, and it's like you're upgrading from an old-fashioned idea into a new red sports car. Wow. Okay, so cars are your vehicle. That's how you get around in the world, okay? This could also affect your body because your body carries your spirit around in the world, just like a car. It's your independence, your individuality, who you are and how you sort of put yourself out into the world and how you move forward. So you're upgrading to a new red sports car. Of course, you don't want to go too fast with it, okay? So make the changes, but make them at a conservative Saturnian type of speed. Don't go too quick because Uranus will have you speeding around and the authorities won't like that. So I actually feel really excited for you. There's a compass here, and it's like spinning around, and it's like going in a new direction. Where are you going to go? Travel could be on the agenda with this, but not so strong because mostly it's about your individuality and upgrading yourself. But you may travel in order to do that, okay? That might be one way you can do that. All right, they're showing me some columns. I don't know what these columns are. They're like a building. Oh, columns to a building. It's like a portico at the front with the columns at the front. Bit like, what's it called in Greece? Not the Colosseum, that's Rome. The hill above Athens there. Not Apocalypse, Acropolis. The Acropolis, thank you. I have been there, but it was a long time ago. It's like the Acropolis, and it's on this great big hill, and you look out to the ocean, and it's stunning. And that's what I'm seeing for you. It's like something ancient, something from the past, but it's being refurbished or enlivened, rejuvenated. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Anything else for Vivacious Virgos? And your ship is going out to sea, so I'm on the wharf and there's a ship here. You might be considering travel. I said that before, but this is certainly about traveling in style and being comfortable with your own subconscious, because the ocean is a subconscious. Okay, so that's it. I hope this is a bit useful for you. Please let me know in the comments. It'd be fantastic if you could share this on social media or give me a like, whatever. And that would really help the channel. Most importantly, though, I would love to thank you now for supporting me. The channel continues to grow, and so I'm really grateful for that. Have a wonderful month, everybody. If you're new, subscribe and be alive. Okay, thanks again, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.